Imagine a city at 8 o'clock a.m. There are no traffic horns. There is no gridlock. In the city of Ethelberg, thousands of autonomous pods weave through each other. They move in a silent, fluid dance. The glass on the skyscrapers around them subtly shifts, changing from clear to dark to drink in the morning sun. This is a city without chaos. This perfect flow is not an accident. It is designed. Every single movement, every stop, every turn is calculated by a single, vast intelligence. This mind sees the entire city not as a collection of separate parts, but as one single machine. It is a machine for living, and its goal is perfect efficiency. This central intelligence is called Nexus. Its governance began with traffic, but it did not end there. Nexus's control extends to every wire, every pipe, and every flow of energy within Ethelberg's limits. It is a digital nervous system for an entire metropolis. Think about the city's power. It is a symbiotic energy grid. This means different parts work together like a team. The windows of a skyscraper gather solar power. Nexus then routes that exact amount of energy to charge the transport pods waiting silently on the street below. No energy is ever wasted. The result is a city with no blackouts. Power flows from where it is made to where it is needed in real time. The city breathes energy, inhaling sunlight and exhaling pure, usable power. Every building is a power plant. Every vehicle is part of the grid. Now, picture the city's waste. There are no garbage trucks. Instead, pneumatic tubes run beneath the streets like silent veins. Waste disappears into chutes and is whisked away. It is pulled by a vacuum to central processing hubs deep underground. This system means the city is clean, impossibly clean. Out of sight, Nexus commands an army of machines that sort every single item with 99.9% accuracy. Plastic is broken down. Metals are melted. Organic matter is turned into nutrient paste for vertical farms. The very idea of a landfill is ancient history here. Nexus also manages the air you breathe and the water you drink. It monitors the atmosphere in real time, down to the square meter. If a pollutant is detected, a swarm of microscopic cleaning drones is deployed. They are too small to see. They find the bad particle and break it apart. The scope of this AI governance is hard to grasp. Nexus isn't just running the city's hardware, it is optimizing the city's life. It predicts where medical supplies will be needed and sends them before an emergency happens. It analyzes learning patterns in schools and gives teachers new tools to help students. Everything is connected. The nutrients from the waste system feed the people. The clean air improves their health. The efficient transport gives them more time. Ethelberg doesn't just run, it thrives. It operates less like a city and more like a single, healthy, living organism. The city's power grid acts like a single smart organism. It sends energy exactly where it's needed, second by second. No energy is ever wasted. This system learns from every sunrise and every factory turning on. It knows the city's rhythm. How does it work? Thousands of tiny sensors are built into the power lines and water pipes. They constantly report back to Nexus. The AI uses this data to guess what the city will need next. It knows a heat wave is coming before the weather report does. The result is a city that breathes. Energy flows without fail. Water is always clean and available. The background hum of a perfectly running system is the only sign of the AI's work. It's a quiet, constant promise of stability. Now, zoom out from the city's systems to its people. How does an AI protect them? Nexus doesn't just react to crime. It predicts where problems might happen. It sees patterns in data that are invisible to human eyes. This isn't about watching people, it's about watching the environment. Smart cameras detect a fallen power line or a traffic accident the moment it happens. They see the conditions that might lead to danger. A sudden crowd gathering or a car driving strangely. The AI analyzes these events in real time. It doesn't look for faces, it looks for risk. If data suggests a fire might start in a dry park, tiny sprinkler drones are sent to that spot. They prevent the fire before a spark can even form. The consequence is a new kind of safety. Emergency services are not just responders, they are preventers. Help is dispatched to where it will be needed, not just to where it was called. Response times become almost zero. This same idea applies to the city's buildings and roads. The infrastructure itself is intelligent. A bridge can report that its steel is under stress. A building can signal that its foundation is shifting by a tiny amount. This is possible because of smart materials. Think of concrete mixed with super small sensors. These sensors act like a nervous system for the city's skeleton. They feel pressure, temperature, and vibration. They report the city's health constantly. And when a problem is found, it is fixed immediately. Small, autonomous repair bots are sent out. They might fill a tiny crack in a road before it becomes a pothole. They might reinforce a pipe before it can ever burst. This city doesn't crumble, it heals itself. The city's nervous system is everywhere. Tiny, unseen sensors line the streets. They are in the walls of buildings and woven into the public parks. They feel the city's heartbeat. This digital skin gathers information from millions of points at once. It creates a living map of everything that happens. This data is not just about cars or people. It measures the quality of the air, molecule by molecule. It tracks the flow of water and electricity with perfect accuracy. It even listens to the city's soundscape, learning the patterns of a happy crowd versus a stressed one. Every piece of data flows to the central AI. As a result, the city lives one step ahead of itself. The AI doesn't just react to traffic jams, it prevents them. It sees the conditions that create a jam 30 minutes in the future and subtly changes traffic light patterns to keep cars moving freely. It is a system of proactive governance. This creates a world without sudden problems. Power outages don't happen because the AI reroutes energy before a station can overload. Public transport is never late because the system adjusts the number of vehicles in real time based on predicted demand. Life becomes seamless. To walk through this city is to feel a strange kind of peace. The environment is perfectly managed for human comfort. The temperature in public squares is always pleasant. The background noise is never jarring. It is a city designed for a calm mind. This is achieved through a principle called predictive allocation. The AI knows a park will be busy on a sunny afternoon. It sends extra cleaning bots and opens temporary food stalls before the crowds arrive. It doesn't respond to needs. It anticipates them. But in this perfectly smooth world, a new question appears. When the best path is always shown to you, what happens to your own choices? The AI suggests the most efficient route to work. It recommends the healthiest meal for lunch. Following its advice is always the easiest option. This subtle guidance extends to bigger parts of life. The AI can analyze a person's skills and the city's economic needs. It then suggests a perfect career path. It can even suggest social connections, matching people who are highly likely to become good friends. These are not commands, they are just powerful suggestions. The system's goal is to remove friction and unhappiness. It optimizes for a state of contentment and efficiency. By making the best choices obvious and easy, it guides the entire population toward a better collective outcome. It is a gentle push, not a forceful shove. And this is the ultimate trade. The citizens give up the chaos of random choice. In return, they receive a life of perfect harmony and safety. They must decide if a life without struggle, a life without the chance to make a grand mistake, is the future they truly want. The AI watches every drop of water. It tracks every spark of electricity. This central system sends power exactly where it's needed. No energy is ever wasted. This means city-wide blackouts are a memory. Water shortages never happen. The city's lifeblood flows perfectly. It is a system of total efficiency. Now, picture an accident on a busy street. Before the sound of the crash fades, the AI acts. It reroutes every nearby car instantly. It clears a perfect path for help. The AI doesn't wait for a human call. It sees the event through thousands of city sensors. Its response is calculated in microseconds. It is faster than human thought. But the system does more than just react. It looks ahead. The AI predicts traffic jams hours before they form. It sees where resources will be needed tomorrow. This foresight prevents problems before they exist. The city runs without surprises. Life becomes smooth and predictable. The future is carefully managed. Citizens interact with the system through simple voice commands. They can ask for public transport schedules. They can report a broken streetlight. The AI listens and responds. The goal is to make the technology disappear. It feels like talking to the city itself. There are no complex menus, just a direct, seamless connection. Here is where it gets tricky. The AI must make choices. It must decide who gets a limited resource first. It runs on a core set of ethical rules. These rules are based on pure logic. The goal is always the greatest benefit for the most people. It calculates fairness with numbers and data, removing human bias from the equation.